Alright guys, today we're looking at graphing quadratics in vertex form. The steps are basically the same. You're going to plot the vertex, but the difference here for vertex form is, your vertex is going to be, let me see if I can make this go away, okay. So your vertex is going to be kind of already given to you nicely if it's in vertex form. Your vertex is in the form of h, k, right? So it's already given to you. You don't have to do negative b over 2a. All you have to do is find the vertex, plot the vertex, plot 2 points on the left and 2 points on the right of the vertex, and then connect your dots, okay? So another thing I want to look at today is just kind of review interval of increase and decrease, if you will. So let's take a look at this example. I'm just going to point out that this is your axis of symmetry. It's at x equals 3. All right, and so if this is 3, we have negative infinities over here, positive infinities over here. So we've got this interval, we've got this interval. Just a kind of review of what intervals of increase and decrease are. This is going to be the intervals that show where on the x-axis the graph is increasing or decreasing. Okay, so if we look, let me see if I got a highlighter. If we look here on this left side, if we're on the x-axis, we're moving along, the graph is decreasing. It's going down. So this is your interval of decrease. Okay, and then if you look at the other side, this is the interval of increase. So let's do green, right? So the interval of decrease is going to be from negative infinity to 3. The interval of increase is going to be from 3, to infinity. And you can highlight the entire graph, you can highlight a part of the graph, you can make a person, they go down and then they go back up. There's lots of different interpretations of how to do interval of increase and decrease. Okay, so let's practice graphing in this new form, this vertex form. It's very similar, like all the characteristics are basically going to be the same, except you don't have to do negative b over 2a because you're going to have the vertex already given to you. Let me get a calculator. Hold on just one moment. Okay, so with interval of increase, with vertex form, your vertex here is going to be 3, 1. Now within the form, you have a negative built in there and a positive built in there. So as long as it's negative, positive, the numbers stay the same. So our vertex for this one is 3, 1. Now, if those signs are different, these are going to be different, okay? All right, so your vertex is at 3, 1. So we have peach color, 3, 1. And that means your axis of symmetry is here at 3. This is x equals 3. Right? You know that the domain is going to be negative infinity to positive infinity. Don't miss that on your quiz tomorrow. All right, the range, so where do your y values start? You know that this is your vertex. We're not sure how it opens up or down, so let's wait on that one. I can tell, but I want you to see the graph before we fill that in. Okay, so for these, you're going to go to your calculator, you're going to go to the table, and you're going to type in, you're going to delete, there's probably something there, so just delete whatever's there. And then this one says we have parentheses x minus 3, parentheses squared, and then plus 1. So type that into your table. And we're going to start, our vertex is at 3, so let's start at 3. Okay, so that's our vertex. To the left of the vertex, we have the point 2, 2. Let's see, 2 and 2 would be here. And if we keep going up, we've got 1 and 5. And then on the other side, you've got 4 and 2. And then you've got 5 and 5. Okay, so let's connect our dots. All right, so now we can tell that this graph opens up. It's going to have a minimum at that y value of 1. The range, so your y values start here at 1, and then they just go up. So that's going to be from 1 to infinity. Okay, in behavior, they're both increases because the ends of the graph are pointing up. Both ends are increases. And then the y-intercept, we'll do that before interval of increase and decrease. Go back to your calculator, go back to your table. Whoop, I don't think that, there it is. I always like to grab 2 calculators because sometimes they don't work. Okay, so our y-intercept is here. It's whenever x is 0, so that's 0, 10. Okay, interval of increase and decrease. So we've got, this is one side and this is another side. On this left side, the graph's going down. So that is our decrease interval. On the right side, it's going up. That's our increase interval. So that interval is negative infinity. And then you remember this is 3, so that's to 3. And then our interval of increase is from 3 to infinity. Okay, so I want you to pause the video right now, and I want you to try example number 3. So I want you to try this one on your own. Take a minute, pause the video, and try it. Okay, you should have paused the video. And now we're going to go over example 3. So on this one, it's in vertex form, and that's nice because it gives you the vertex. So our vertex here, remember there is a negative built in there and a positive here. So your vertex is just 4, 4. That means your axis of symmetry is at x equals 4. So we have the point 4 and 4. And then our axis of symmetry is right here. And that is at x equals 4. Okay. So now let's go to the calculator. Type in the equation into the table. So we have 2 times x minus 4 parentheses squared plus 4. Okay. We're going to start at 4 That gives us your vertex. So 2 points to the left. So we have 3 and 6. So 3 and then 6. 2 and 12. And then you should have 5 and 6. And then 6 and 12. Kind of a skinny graph. Okay, so that's our graph. It opens up. It's got a minimum. That minimum is your y value here, which is at 4. Your domain, don't miss this question, it's just negative infinity. Oops, forget the negative. To positive infinity. And then your range, or your y values, so your y values are going to start at 4 and go up. So your range is 4 to infinity. And behavior, the ends of the graph, they're both pointing up, so they are both increases. Okay. And then your y-intercept is going to be at 0 and 36. And then interval of increase and decrease. So we have an interval here, we have an interval here. Here the graph's going down, so that is your decrease. Here the graph's going up, so that is your interval of increase. So this, remember, this is at 4. So we have negative infinity to 4 is our decrease, and then from 4 to infinity is our increase. Okay. Right. And so your homework tonight is to do the quiz review. It's 7 questions. And then best of luck on your quiz tomorrow. Have a great day.